Many of the tissues and bones in our bodies can repair themselves after an injury, but unfortunately, the super specialised cells in our spinal cords cannot. Which is why a serious spinal cord injury can rob a person of the ability to walk for good.
But we're hoping that this tiny device can change all that. Hi, I'm Gil Rind.
And I'm Dr. Nikopi, and today we're going to tell you all about this amazing little device that we hope one day can get paralysed patients back on their feet. The new device, dubbed the Bionic spine, doesn't work by repairing the damaged spine itself. Instead, it will hopefully enable paralysed patients to walk again by allowing them to control bionic limbs with the power of thought. This is a stentrode, and as you can see, it's about the size of a paperclip. We use blood vessels to insert the device into the motor cortex, which is like the brain centre for movement control. It then picks up brain signals, allowing patients to move a robotic exoskeleton attached to their limbs simply by thinking about it.
The stentrode does this by pressing the electrodes against the vessel wall to record the neural information from the other side.
Our research team is able to take that information in the form of strong electrical frequencies and code them into a computer. A signal can then be sent to an exoskeleton attached to the arms or legs, enabling movement. I've always been fascinated by engineering and medicine and the way that man and machine can be integrated to work together. So when given the challenge to design a tiny net-like device that can record neural information, I jumped at the opportunity to be part of this world-first project. The device needed the ability to collapse to a tiny few millimetres in diameter and spring back into shape to act as a scaffold to maintain the blood flow and permanently settle in the vein. Crucially, the device needed to be biocompatible. Making the stentrode required a lot of microscope work and very steady hands. Can't think of how many I've made. It's been a lot of trial and error, but I think we finally made it. Many iterations later, we were able to produce the winning design using a flexible material called nitinol. The same material that's also used to make modern frames for glasses and braces for teeth.
It's fit with tiny little recording discs called electrodes that sit on the vessel wall and record from the nearby brain.
Each electrode disc records electrical activity fired by some 10,000 neurons delivered via delicate wires running out of the brain into the neck and through to a wireless transmission system in the chest. This transmission can then be coded into signals that can be used to control an exoskeleton, computer or prosthetic limb.
With our device, we're essentially connecting an electric limb or exoskeleton directly to the person's brain, but they still have to learn how to use it, kind of like learning to ride a bike or signing your name.
Next year, the first in-human trial will begin and the stent will be implanted into a carefully selected paraplegic or quadriplegic patient by surgeons at the Royal Melbourne Hospital. We're hoping that one day, in the not too distant future, our device will be able to use to treat a range of conditions, including depression, Alzheimer's disease, and even epilepsy.
Possibilities are limitless. It's a big step forward in the scope of medical matters.